Hey good people, welcome to Freedom with Fridah, the best space for personal growth, entrepreneurship, and a touch of music because fun is necessary. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, can you subscribe? If you've been here since day one, thank you so much for supporting this girl. Let's dive into it. Are you thinking of quitting your job in 2020? These are some of the tips for you. Now, I need to say this, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. There's nothing as hard as quitting your job. And I know most of you have struggled for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, others even 20 years. And you're like, I want to leave this job. I want to leave. I want to get a better job. I want to get into business. I want to get into personal employment. It's not easy. It's the hardest. But I think it could be the best decision you ever make if you make it the right way. And that's why I'm here to talk to you guys, coming from someone who's experienced, someone who left their job, someone who've lost their job. I mean, those who know, I once got sacked and I once resigned. Tip number 1, research. If you're able to meet someone who at some point they left their job, or at some point they lost their job, or they got sacked, or they chose to move to another job, or they decided to take a break before they can, figure out what job they want to do, talk to them. If you can listen to all the podcasts you can listen to when it comes to quitting your job, please listen to them. If you can watch all the video channels, including this, that talks about quitting your job and entrepreneurship skills and all that business issues, please research. That will help you to have a clear mind of what it is that you want, clear mind of what it is that you are about to face in the other world. Because remember, you're not used to this, and it prepares you mentally what to expect. And I think it's good to be prepared mentally before you can move physically. All right, so tip number 1, research. Tip number 2, sit down with yourself with a pen and a paper and write down some of the challenges that comes with not having a salary. Let me say that again. Sit down with a book and a pen of paper and write down some of the challenges or some of the problems you're about to face by not having a continuous salary, by not having an end of month a salary. That is rent. Sit down and write them down. Those expenses that come every single month and that you cannot live without. So sit down and have a column, have all the challenges, or should I call them problems, that you're about to face by not having a salary, and some of the solutions you have for them. Let's take an example of rent, because I think rent is one thing. You can sleep hungry, but you can't sleep outside. Well, you can sleep outside if you're used to it. I don't know, but you can sleep. It's better to sleep hungry than not to have a place to sleep. So let's talk about rent. So rent is something that people are so used to, and they pay every end of month. Your salary comes in. The first thing I'm sure that clicks your mind is rent, unless you own a house. So what are some of the solutions that you can come that with? Either you have saved enough to be able to take care of you for the next 6 months. That is if you're already there, or think of either going back home. All right, if you can still build your business or become employed from home, or look for a friend who you can live together and share rent. So if your rent was 6k, your rent was 10k, you can be able to cut that to have and by 5k or 3k. So look for ways or solutions that come in handy, just in case you don't have a salary, because it's about to happen if you're quitting your job. So tip number 2, sit down, write down your challenges, and get to understand what are some of the solutions you need for those challenges. All right. Tip number 3, get a timeline. Set a timeline for yourself. Say, let me give you an example of my case. When I joined the other bank that I worked for now after I lost my job, I told myself that I'm going to be in this bank for 1 year. 1 year only. So I knew if I reported in this work in February of 2016, by 2017 Feb, I need to be out. So set a timeline for yourself and have a date, a day, and time. Okay? And be firm with it. So if you say, I am going to quit this job by November 2020 on a Friday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday at 8 a.m., put that in your calendar and work with that. because any set a timeline that you have that does not have, if you have a goal that does not have a timeline, I mean, it will come, it will go, time will come and go, and you're like, I said I'll quit my job this year. I mean, time is going, next year I'm quit my job. So you need to have a timeline and a goal, a day and a time, and be firm enough to say, you know what, this is it, I am going for it and I'm going to achieve it. Just the same way I keep telling people, when you're working for someone or when you're employed, you have targets, and your employer does not consult you to ask you whether are this target good for you. No, they set targets and they give them to you, and they don't ask you whether you're going to achieve them. They don't follow up to know, oh, are you comfortable with these targets? No, they give you targets and they expect you to achieve them. So set targets for yourself and be firm enough with them and work towards them. That will help you a lot. Tip number 4, if you have family that really can support you, let them know a few days, or should I say a few weeks, before quitting your job. If you have people who are very close to you, and I'm saying very close to you, could be your husband, it could be your family, your mom and dad, it could be your sister you're very close to, it could be your best friend, let them know a few weeks, not months, a few weeks before you quit your job, because I can promise you they are not going to encourage you to quit. They are going to be like, no, you can't do this, how are you going to survive? They'll give you all the reason why you should not quit your job, and understand them, because it's scary. It's scary, guys, to quit your job. So tell them a few weeks before you quit your job, and be very firm on what you're telling them. You just need them to know, just in case you might need their help when you're out of work, and let them know why you feel like quitting. Let them know the importance of you quitting. Let them know why you're unhappy where you are, so that they can work with you through this journey. And I mean a very close family or very close best friends, people you trust, and people who can support you through thick and thin. Otherwise, very few people will support you. Very few people, if any. Okay, and then don't give them, oh, 1 year, I think I'm going to quit my job next year. They're going to give you reason to stop. So don't do that. All right, don't do that. Now, tip number 5, quit. Tip number 5, quit. I mean, you've planned what it is that you want to do, you've thought about it, you've made all the arrangement of saving, you've researched, you've done all that, and you're ready to do it. Just do it. Because trust me, there are so many reasons, there are so many things that will come around you to just make you feel like you are not supposed to quit. Like you're supposed to wait longer. Wait for another 1 year. Wait for another few months, and those few months become a year. That 1 year becomes 2 years, become 20 years, and before you know it, you're 50 years old and you have achieved less of what it is that you wanted to do. Okay, so if it's time to do it, your timeline is here. It's November 2020, 20th of November 2020 at 8 a.m. Quit, write a letter, and be very open, and don't be rude when you leave your work. So write a resignation letter. If you have to tell your boss, go meet them and discuss with them. Tell them, this is what I feel. I'm not happy where I am. I don't feel like I'm doing what it is that I want to do for my life. I don't feel like my purpose has been achieved through this. So I beg to leave, and live in good spirit. Leave a good legacy where you've been working. So it's time to quit. Quit, girl. Quit, man. Quit. Just leave. All right? So don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, because trust me, it's not easy. So those tips will help you quite a lot in planning to leave your job in 2020, or leaving your 9-to-5 job, or getting to another job, or just taking a break and saying, you know what, I need to sit back and rethink before I can get another job. Or you want to get into a business. It's not going to be easy, but it could be the right thing. It could be the best thing you ever do to yourself. So thank you so much for stopping by. My next video is going to be some of the lessons I have learned in 2019. This video was supposed to come early enough, but I mean, it's never that late. I'll be sharing with you some of the most important lessons that I'm carrying with me in this year 2020. Thank you so much for stopping by. Watch out for that video. Always speak well of yourself, and until next time, bye.